Hello everyone, Welchy here and welcome to another brand new Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video from me. In my last video I talked about my first impressions and they haven't changed much because I'm still loving this game. You're watching some kill confirmed on the map Metro, I think it's called Metro. I really enjoy this map actually, and I've actually done really well on it quite a few times. Particularly with the LMGs, which is the topic of this video. As you'll see by the title, LMGs are finally good, or something along those lines. They're finally a valid option to use on Call of Duty, and many of you may disagree, but I personally, and I think the majority will agree, LMGs have never really been a great weapon on Call of Duty. They've always been, I don't know, something that are there but not really used much. You never really see them used. I watched a video from Hutch today where he mentioned how the assault rifles and the SMGs have always been the most dominant guns, and then some games the shotguns are pretty dominant as well, like Modern Warfare 2. And then the snipers sometimes can be, sometimes they're not, like this game, and the LMGs are often at the back. But this time they are very, very good, and are pretty much in line with the SMGs and assault rifles in my opinion. I actually play better when I have an LMG in my hand in this game, but that is also because I take it more slowly and take it more of a conservative approach, or camping, as many of you will say I'm doing in this game. But that's what it's for. You can't run and gun in this game with these guns. In this game I'm actually using the 48 Dredge, which is the last LMG. I can't remember if I mentioned it in my last video, where I was using the Gorgon. I don't know if I'd used it by then or not. Obviously the Gorgon's a great gun, but this 48 Dredge is a 6-round auto burst machine gun. So you hold down the trigger and it still fires like an automatic gun, but it does it in bursts. And historically on every Call of Duty I've hated burst weapons. I absolutely hated them, but on this game my two best weapons with the most kills are burst, which are this gun, the 48 Dredge, and the Pharaoh, which is also an auto burst submachine gun. So something's changed. I'm loving these guns, but this 48 Dredge is unbelievable. I genuinely thought an auto burst machine gun would be ridiculously stupid, particularly for a light machine gun, which I never really understood why they're called a light machine gun when they're pretty heavy. But I thought it would be pointless, but I gave it a go, and just wow, I did brilliant with it. It's a really cool gun, really good gun to use. If you haven't given it a go, just give it a try. You might have the same success as me, you might not. But I'm on my PS4 here. Let me just get my stats up for it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I've got a 1.56 KD with just this gun. My Gorgon is actually better with 1.82, but they're pretty much the only two weapons that are above 1 KD. So I'm just killing it with them. But yeah, as I said, they're finally a valid option to use, and I am worried, because I am worried that all the little, not brats, but I don't know what to call it, diehards or fanboys or tryhards, I don't know. They're going to complain, they're going to moan to Treyarch, they're going to say that the LMGs are overpowered, the Gorgon and the Dredge 48, or whatever I called it, is overpowered, and then they're going to nerf them, and then they're going to suck, and then they're not going to be worth it anymore. I understand why people will think they're overpowered, I really do, because they are powerful. But they're a machine gun, they're a light machine gun, they are supposed to be more powerful than an assault rifle. They're supposed to be more powerful than a submachine gun. Yes, every gun should have an appropriate time to use. The SMG, if you want to run and gun, if you're playing an objective mode such as capture the flag, you need an SMG. You need to be running around as fast as you can. You want to be up close and personal. Not as up close and personal as a shotgun, but you want to be up close, and that's where they're best at. They have their negatives, obviously. SMG from range, in most cases, they suck. So there's an advantage and disadvantage for that weapon. Assault rifles, you could argue, are the most neutral weapon, or most balanced, in a sense that you can use them at range, you can mostly use them at short range, and you'll be fine. With maybe the exception of the Shiva, which is a semi-automatic, but normally they're fine up close and at range. So you could argue that all of them are overpowered because you can use them anywhere. But no one seems to moan about that because they like their guns that they can kill from whatever range. But as soon as a light machine gun becomes powerful, they moan. The light machine gun, in particular the Gorgon and the Dredge, I wasn't a big fan of the other two really, are extremely good from range. Like, the Gorgon's a 2-shot kill. It has a very slow fire rate, but it's still an incredible gun. And the 48 Dredge, you can kill people with one burst, which is very powerful. And I can see why people might want to change that, but as I said, it's supposed to be a powerful weapon, and from close range, they both suck. They really both suck. I was just playing a match, and a couple of people rushed me, and I couldn't do anything about it. They suck that bad. That's all you players need to do. They need to counter it. They need to rush me. They need to take me from behind, whatever. Just that sounded really disgusting. Okay. But you get my point, I hope. From range, they're going to kill everyone. No one has a chance. Apart from maybe a sniper if I don't spot him. You know what I mean. But up close, anything apart from a sniper will beat it. So it has its disadvantages. It's got a very slow reload time. So once I'm out of ammo, I always hide and reload. But if you catch me while I'm reloading, I have no chance. If you get me up close, like I said, I have no chance. It also takes me longer to aim down the sight. That is why I use quick draw and fast hands on the gun, so it does help a little bit, but it's still longer than an SMG or an assault rifle to aim down the sight. So if I have to turn around the corridor and you've also turned around the corridor, it's basically the first one to aim will probably win. You will win because it does take that little bit longer. It does make a difference. So I will be devastated if they nerf these guns because they have so many negatives. Okay, they have so many positives as well. But they have so many negatives in terms of aiming down the sight, the reload time, up close and personal is awful. And if you think about it, this game, the maps are much smaller than they normally are on Call of Duty. In particular, Combine. And Combine is a map I normally do well on because people just aren't people aren't adapting to my playstyle. They're not changing how they're playing against me. And this game is very much run and gun with all the boosted and like wall jumping and whatnot. It's very wall run and gun. So the light machine guns, if anything, shouldn't be so dominant. But it's because people aren't changing their playstyle to adapt to them that they are losing to them and moaning. But as I said, I do think they will nerf them. But I think it'll be a mistake if they do, and I will be very upset. And I will make it my mission to post everywhere on every forum I can to prove that these aren't overpowered. Everyone's going to disagree with me, but I personally believe that if you really just sit down and think about it, LMGs have needed to be good for a long time. Considering how they're supposed to be a big, strong weapon, they finally are. And they're finally a valid option. I haven't got into the snipers yet, I haven't used them. I will talk about the snipers when I start using them. Personally, I've never really been much of a sniper anyway, but I'll give my opinion. Shotguns, I'll also make another video on. I'll probably make a video on those three categories because obviously we all know about assault rifles and SMGs. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've got an opinion on the matter. If you have, let me know. If you haven't used the Gorgon or the 48 Dredge, to give it a go, but you will not like it if you're going to carry it around like a Cuda or a VMP or a Weevil or a Vespa or whatnot, Razorback, whatever. Treat it like an LMG and you will do well. I have always been someone who rushes around just getting as many kills as I can, not caring about my KD, and I still don't care about my KD to an extent, but I hate dying 20 times in a row. It's an exaggeration because, well, sometimes I do, but so that will happen with an LMG if you're just running around. So you do need to take it slow. You do need to sit down in one spot and just aim. You can control the map well with these guns as well, by the way. especially I find it very easy to control the map on Kill Confirmed. Not so much on the team deathmatch, but I'm getting used to it. But map control is also very important, and with an LMG, you can do that quite well. So yeah, I will leave this video here. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and hopefully you can give some opinions on my commentary. What you think of the LMGs? Let me know in the comments. I'll also post this on the PlayStation forums, I think. So also let me know on there maybe what you think about the LMGs. So that's pretty much it. I'll have another video coming for you soon. I'm going to have a first impressions of Halo, Call of Duty. I've already done first impressions of this. Fallout 4, Star Wars coming soon. And I'm going to do a thing called late game reviews. You'll see that eventually. That'll come in the next couple of weeks maybe. I'm not sure when. But you'll see it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this. And I'll see you next time.